Hi, I'm Donna Kirkendall from Central State University Extension. I'm a nutrition educator. Thank you for joining me today in this episode of Eating Smart, Being Active. Today we're going to talk about physical activity. Please know that it is utterly important to keep your body engaged each and every day. It is not only important of what we eat, but how we move. Physical activity yields a number of benefits, those being reducing the risk of chronic diseases. We know that hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease are very prevalent in our community, not only in Montgomery County, but across the country. So it is really imperative that we engage in physical activity because research suggests that engaging in physical activity will mitigate these chronic diseases and in some cases prevent these chronic diseases. Another key reason why we need to be sure we keep our bodies engaged is to maintain a healthy weight. Lots of times we're always thinking, can I get this a quick diet to drop 5 or 10 pounds? But regular physical activity over our lifespan keeps our weight maintained. Also, maintaining healthy bones. It is utterly important that we also engage in resistance training, strength training, and balance training, particularly as we go over the lifespan. Seniors, it is also important that you engage in physical activity to maintain really good balance. Another reason is really to improve energy. How many times do we find ourselves saying, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I need to get more sleep? But you know, if we exercise, match it with good rest, 8 to 10 hours for most Americans, we can keep up the energy during the day and we won't need those 5-hour energy drinks. Another reason is to improve mood. It's important to know that it's not what we engage in every day in conversation, the weather, but also physical activity. When we get out, we get engaged, we get fresh air, that helps our mood. And then also, what's really important, particularly to our youth, is physical activity is imperative for them to be able to stay engaged in class, for them to have energy, and it also increases their positive outlook. As we know, our society is becoming quickly more and more technologically advanced, and with that, we are sitting more than ever before. We sit when we eat, we sit when we drive, we sit when we talk to our friends, when we're on Instagram or we're on Facebook. So we need to know that it's important that every step we take, every step that we can take throughout the day is absolutely important. So know that it's ideal to get about 10,000 steps a day, but you want to try to increase that so that you can try to maintain that energy. How many minutes a day of physical activity you need? The American guidelines for physical activity indicate that each week most Americans need to get on average about 150 minutes. That breaks down to roughly 30 minutes per day. So understand that the 30 minutes doesn't have to be done at all at once. It can be broken up in small segments. 10-minute increments would be ideal. So if that means pushing away from your desk and getting up and taking a walk to the copier, walking around the building, or even better yet, getting outside and maybe just kind of walking around the block, that will do it. Also know that there is a difference in moderate and vigorous activity. In order to burn calories, you want to be sure that your activity is either moderate or vigorous. And you may be asking, what is the difference? Well, moderate activity, you would be able to move and be able to speak clearly, but maybe kind of breathy. With vigorous activity, you can kind of speak, but your breath would be more advanced, you won't be able to sing. So that would be kind of a good guideline to consider. When we talk about physical activity, you want to do something that you enjoy doing, something that would be easy for you to do. So whether it be gardening or whether it be dancing, simply walking or running, it's not about what you do, but that you do something that you enjoy and that you do it consistently. So say for example, if you like going out with your kids and your kids are involved in sports and they're at the baseball field, you can run around, that baseball field. You can take those steps. Let's say that you are a grandparent and you've got your grandkids. Get engaged with them and throw a ball, do frisbee, help them to ride their bike. Those are steps that you can take that would increase your physical activity and keep it enjoyable. Another thing that's real popular is line dancing. We have line dancing all over the place. You know, you can turn on YouTube in your home, and you can do the steps there. You can also partner with a friend. Have a friend to engage physical activity with keeps you accountable, and that's really, really important, because there'll be one morning undoubtedly that you get up and you say, no, I'm not feeling this. But if you have someone to call on to keep you accountable, then you will stay engaged. And it's not that one day if you feel like you can't do it, you can not beat yourself up and you can start again the next day. It's not a race. It's just the hardest part is just to get started and to stay engaged. Now, one of the things that we also want to remember is safety. Safety is of the utmost importance. So if you've not engaged in a physical activity on a regular basis, you want to really consult your physician. You want to be sure that he or she is giving you the clear, the go-ahead to move forward. Next, you want to be sure that you warm up. In addition to that, you want to maintain hydration. You want to be sure that you're consuming water, preferably before, during, and after any physical activity. It's also important to know that you don't need to go to the sugary drinks like Gatorade or Powerade. Although they have electrolytes, they are used for particular purposes for athletes. So just keep it simple with some water. Also know that you don't have to go all out and get dumbbells like we have here or other instruments. You can use simple household products. Like here, what I have here is just simple canned goods. You can use this. This is almost probably like about a little bit under a pound. Something larger like a 28 ounce can of vegetable can weigh about a little under 2 pounds. And so when you use this, you walk around the house, you are helping to maintain and stay engaged in some physical activity. Other things that you can use would be something like this rice bag. This is a 2-pound rice bag, and you can use this in this way. So you want to do things that are simple, that are smart, that are cost effective, that are not really going to stress you out and maybe keep you thinking, okay, well, I have to do this or I have to do that. Lastly, we want to also let you know that you want to be sure that you are staying engaged each and every day. So with that being said, thank you so much. In the description box, you'll find a link to one of our walking videos. Thank you.